Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, a special intro today from our house band, The Double Features. Got this done at 2 in the morning last night just for you. That is amazing. That is the Double Features who do our intro. Give them a follow on Instagram and Facebook. They're incredible, and they worked that together. And a sad note that Ozzy Osbourne passed away yesterday at the age of 76. We're going to be talking about this a little bit all morning. We have some incredible audio that no one else has, including in a few seconds we'll play the Take Me Out to the Ball game from the Cubs to get us started here. But really, really a bummer for a lot of reasons, but also at the same time, in a way, beautiful that he got to almost sing at his own funeral 3 weeks ago for the Black Sabbath tribute that was the biggest charity concert in the history of concerts, and yet that's how he goes out. No one on earth has ever done that before. It's fantastic if you're going to go out that way that he got to do that. But really upsetting yesterday as I get home from the show and I eat some lunch, sitting there on the couch, and we're moving soon. We've talked about that, and Megan has shown me some blinds for the house. We got to redo a couple blinds. And just comes across my phone that Ozzy Osbourne dies. And for me, Ozzy has meant more than anything my whole life as far as getting into music and guitar and everything. So I'm sitting there and she's showing me a blind. And then I literally go like this. I go, like I choke up.
Okay.
Because I see the Ozzy news.
She didn't throw up?
You know how you get that I'm a bad crier when you can't control it. And he goes, like, you know, like those kind of really horrible, you're trying to hold in a cry, the emotions hit you in the chest and you can't stop it and weird sounds come out. That's what happened.
Okay.
And she's showing me a blind.
Yeah, Kenzie, you know what he means.
I bet you're a beautiful crier.
I could just sit there. I could let one tear roll down my face. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh,
Yeah.
how poetic.
I bet it's so beautiful. It's majestic. Like angels are above you and the clouds part and the sun comes down. It's like, but I was like, and she goes, Megan goes, so you don't like the blind? And I'm like, no, Ozzy died. And she was like, oh my God. I go, yeah, I need a minute. I can't look at blinds for a second. Can we slow down?
I don't think you need to yell at Megan. She was unaware of the situation.
Well, I wasn't yelling. She's a dear, and she appreciated, my thoughts on that. But it really was. For me, it was emotional. And I didn't think it would be because, in a way, we all knew it was coming.
I feel like I've been on this earth 26 years, and my relationship to Ozzy is he could die at any moment.
Correct.
Yeah, like we've been preparing for it.
40 years ago.
I know, but so I have to say, like yesterday, I saw the news. Like I had actually just put my baby down for a nap, and I go on my phone, and God forbid I get a minute of peace because it's the first thing that pops up, and I'm like, well, now I'm upset. And,
Yeah.
And I'm like, this sucks, but. It was just weird. Like, I saw it, and I sat there, and then I was like, every once in a while, and this happened to me actually when Prince died, too. It just felt weird that you were no longer sharing Earth with, like, certain people. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
They're, like, the opportunity to bump into them or interview them or watch them play somewhere. For it to all disappear can be a really weird feeling. And it's like, oh... Like that, And that's just like how I felt. Like I had to sit in the fact of like, oh, like he's no longer, I'm no longer going to be like, you won't believe what Ozzy said. Like losing that is like so weird. And so it's a strange feeling. Like obviously, you know, he was 76. He had lots of health issues. So again, it's not like what the hell completely happened, but it was just weird to be like, oh, like that opportunity is gone. He's not here. To think of Ozzy being a part of history but not part of the future, I think is such a weird feeling.
Well, and like Kay said, he was in everybody's death pool every year. He should have literally died 45 years ago after Sabbath ended. He was in a drug fuel, and Sharon saved his life pretty much. And then all, you know, the Osbournes of people that only knew him from that. I remember the new crowd of people only knew him. A lot of women started knowing him just from the Osbournes reality show because it was hilarious. And that launched a whole new era. That was pre-Kardashians. There was nothing like that until the
They
Osbournes.
don't get the credit for truly being like the trend-setting family
They
that
don't.
they were.
They don't. So yeah, instead you made that sound, I went like, and you know, Megan started giving me the Heimlich. Thought I was choking on my prosciutto. You know, no, Ozzy died, and I didn't expect to get hit like that when I got that news that we all knew was going to come either in a year, or a couple years from now, and you know all that. And I just really, my whole childhood went away basically. And
I didn't realize he was as impactful as he was for you. We were texting about that last night. I did not realize that he had the impact he did.
I wasn't on those texts.
You were taking a nap.
Yeah, you were sick yesterday a little bit, trying to give you a break.
No, you didn't know I was sleeping.
I knew what you were
checked in
doing.
with me.
I got a camera in the house.
Don't worry about it.
I don't think you wanted to hear me talk about Blizzard of Oz and what it meant to me and my guitar playing. I don't think you wanted to be on that thread.
It's just ridiculous.
It's just nice to be invited. I know it's nice to be invited. I know it's nice to be invited on the thread. But yeah, really, I really feel like part of my childhood's gone. But we'll get to more of this. We have a lot of audio exclusive stuff to play for you all day long in tribute to the man, Ozzy Osbourne. And I guess I can say this right now that tomorrow on the show at 8:20, we're going to have Billy Corgan.
That's right. Yeah, Billy's going to call in. We'll talk. Because, I mean, I feel like I know about Black Sabbath through Billy Corgan more than anything else. Yeah, that's his favorite band of all time.
It's funny because Nick just checked in from Hoffman Estates and said the same thing. You guys got to get your boy Billy Corgan on to talk about the influence of Black Sabbath on the Smashing Pumpkins and the guitar and all that. So we're going to have Billy on tomorrow, 8:20, I believe we're going to get him on.
Yeah.
So thanks for checking in from Hoffman Estates.
We're on his schedule. Don't yell at us for being tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. We're all on his time.
Billy's ready when he's ready.
Yep. So let's go to break here with Ozzy at Wrigley Field. The best piece of audio you can have of Ozzy and Sharon doing the seventh inning stretch.
All right, Chicago. I want to hear a real crazy crowd start singing with me. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go out to the border. Let's go out to the river. Take me in, bring us in. I don't remember what I did. Run out of the strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yeah, let's get some runs. Come on, don't mess around. Let's get some runs, guys.
Stop messing around there, you idiots.
I've heard that audio a million times. I have to say, it's the first time I realized in the middle of the song, he goes, I don't remember what I have to do.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Time for a fact that makes your brain go. This is Chicago related, and it's on the rise. 53% of Chicago adults have admitted that they do this. It's something they did as a kid, but they admit they do it as an adult, and it's on the rise. So what do you think that is? And it's not right. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. Something.
So you did it as a kid, and do you mean like child, or like teenager?
I would say it goes up to teenagers. Let's
Okay.
do 18 as the time you're an adult, because you can go fight for this country, but you can't have a beer.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, why would we change that law by now?
Down.
Go on a separate rant here for that in a minute.
You're telling me they can ship me off to Vietnam, but I can't have a Bud Light Lime in my backyard?
What a travesty.
You literally could totally pull off having a Bud Light Lime in your backyard. Like, that's what, like, just everyone needs to relax.
You need to relax because at Dave Matthews Band, I was chugging high noons in front of a cop in front of Northerly, Iowa, and no one arrested me.
Every single person's like, it's ridiculous you can't drink at this age. And they're all drinking at that age. Like, they all did.
No one cares. No one cares.
I think you finagled away.
Okay, so back to the fact, 53%, let's say 18 and up and then 18 below. We'll go as far as 18 as a kid. Do this as an adult. They shouldn't do this, but they do. They did it as a kid, and it's 53% of Chicagoans.
I'm going to say shoplift.
Shoplift is a good answer.
I just feel like a lot of people sneak like oh, I don't those one water. Come on, relax.
Now, are you be doing that or what?
No, but I did. And I got in big trouble for it when I was underage. When I was in 8th grade, I got arrested.
Underage shoplifting.
I to be honest, it was a complete peer pressure situation, and I can prove it because I spent a bunch of money at the store and stole a 99-cent lip gloss because I felt so guilty. Spent significantly more money than I would have wanted to just to try to make up for it. Still got arrested, and then I was grounded the entire summer because it happened on the 3rd day of summer break.
Wait, did you get arrested like in handcuffs?
Yes.
Whoa.
They do that even in 8th grade.
That's hot for some reason.
I was in 8th grade. I really want to double down on that. In case you're interested in retracting your statement.
I can't retract it now. We're past the dump delay button here. I can't dump it.
But you can verbally retract it anytime you want.
You could be like, didn't mean that. You could be R. Kelly, define teenage. Good Lord.
It's too. No one cares. Just like drinking at 18. No one cares.
Oh, my God.
All right.
All right, so shoplifting, underage shoplifting. Case, what do you think it is? So 53% of Chicagoans do this as an adult. They should only have done it. You get a pass as a kid, let's say, but you don't get one as an adult.
Sucking on your thumb.
Sucking on the thumb.
Yeah.
Dude. Why are you saying it like that?
It's kind of, I wonder if I started doing it again, if it would hit the way that it used to.
You should get a pacifier.
I should.
He walks in and he goes, oh, no, it's in your mouth. It's going down.
It's incredible because, and you know this, Kenzie, but Harper, when she finally got rid of that pacifier, it was really only like one bad weekend of yelling and screaming and uncomfortableness. But when she was having a bad time, you put that pacifier in, it's just like chilled. It was like Ambien, we used to call it.
Marino will fall over and then start hysterically crying and put a pacifier in his mouth, and it just moves 100 miles an hour, and he stops crying. You won't be able to pry that pacifier into my cold, dead hands. He can have it when he goes to college, for all I care. I'm not weaning him off of his one source of happiness.
All right, so we come back after Lincoln Park, 2.5 minutes away. We'll tell you what the fact is. 53% of Chicagoans admit to doing this as an adult, and you get a pass as a kid doing this, but not as an adult. We'll tell you what it is in 2.5 minutes. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We will do an appropriate pour one out for Ozzy Osbourne. Tragically passed away yesterday at the age of 76. That one's not a surprise. Usually we surprise you with our pour one outs a little bit, but coming up we have a lot of audio to play that you probably haven't heard before anywhere. So sit back and we'll honor the man, the Prince of Darkness. First, the fact that makes your brain go. And 53% of Chicagoans do this as an adult. You get a pass doing this as a kid, but not as an adult. So this is more than half adults out there in Chicagoland, half of y'all listening. So Kenzie said shoplifting, and I think I think that's probably accurate, just not today's fact, but it's probably accurate that many people are doing that. Mm-hmm. That's why everything's behind a case at Walgreens. I see everyone
put that water under their car and go, oh my God, no idea when I get back to my car. I'm like, you knew.
Yeah.
Took you 10 minutes to get it down there. It's heavy as hell.
And everything's locked up now at the store anyway half the time. You go in there.
Oh, boy. All right, Grandpa Simpson.
Can I have some Sudafed? Oh, it's locked up. I'm not making meth. I have a stuffy nose. Okay. Back to Case, who said it is...
Sucking on your thumb.
Sucking on your thumb, which I've seen one adult in the past couple months suck on their thumb.
Was it me?
It was not you. Not you. But I did see an adult doing it. I wasn't sure at first. Thought they were like, sometimes you bite a fingernail a little bit, but then the thumb stayed in there quite a bit.
Okay.
But it's not either of those things. What it is, 53% of Chicagoans admit, as adults, they have peed in the pool. So more than half are peeing in the pool.
Gross.
I haven't been, I have not been in a pool this year yet. Kenzie has a community pool in her neighborhood.
Yeah.
So.
The neighborhood pool.
Yeah, so think about
that. Strangers.
Yeah, think about that now.
Ugh.
So when you sit there and look around, half the people there have peed in the pool.
Yeah, well, most of them were kids, so I can see that tracking for sure.
You get a pass as a kid. You get a pass peeing in the pool.
I don't think so. Like, besides, like, babies who are in the pull-ups, you don't get a pass. Because, like, I'm like that with my, like, nieces and nephews. I'm like, if you have to go to the bathroom, you tell me, like, don't do that. And I'll rip. I caught one of my nieces doing it. I ripped her out by, like, the top of her hair. I'm like, get out.
I remember the pool growing up. There was one called Plumber Pool. And you know how they have Adult Swim? They blow the whistle and all the kids got to get on. It's Adult Swim. So, old people can just they can walk through the water or whatever. I was like, they're stretching out.
Kids are just crying, holding their floaties.
And as a kid, Adult Swim might as well last 19 hours.
Oh, my God. It's like 15 minutes.
It's the longest time period there's ever been.
What are you supposed to do when you're sitting on a stone slab and it's like 95 degrees? It's not like there's a park next to you. Like, what are they supposed to do? It's the dumbest concept ever. Let these old people get 5 minutes while every other kid just screams bloody murder anyways because they can't get in the pool.
The Golden Girls walk in there and they just stroll in. They're doing their little backstroke.
Here comes Blanche.
They're wearing those bathing suits from like the 1920s that are down to their ankles.
Like, just say the pool's open an hour later if you're under 95 or whatever it is.
So,
and like this,
This pool blew the whistle and said Adult Swim, and then adults started going in, and I ran back and just jumped in, and a lifeguard started screaming at me. He goes, "Get out of the pool, it's Adult Swim." And I go, "I gotta pee."
That's disgusting.
You jumped in a pool to go pee?
Yeah, I jumped in.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, I had to go, the bathroom was way far away, and I had to go pee, and so it's right there. I jumped back in, and man, those old people, they moved faster than they have in like 15 years to get out of that pool. I peed, though. I said, I gotta pee.
Disgusting.
Somebody paid for me to be here. Right? It was like $1 to go in that public pool. Got it done, though.
That's nasty.
Casey, ever peed in a pool?
Oh, yeah.
Recently?
You guys, this is nasty. Get out.
Get out.
It means that you think you're more important than everybody else. That's just disgusting.
But sometimes, you just have to go in the water around you makes you think it's okay.
But you as an adult should know it's not.
53% of Chicagoans peeing in the pool.
But the chlorine cancels it out. It's no different than anything else.
There's only so much chlorine that you can safely pour in a pool. If every adult in there is going to that's disgusting.
Have like 17 Bud Light limes and you let that big urination out. All the chlorine's gone.
Chlorine cancels it out. Maybe if there was one person in there, but now when there's like 45. Good Lord.
So I guess we all got to agree to stop peeing in the pool, but there's no evidence. Can you dust for pee? Can the cops come and go, yeah, it was you? Is there DNA markers for Kenzie crimes? You can do that, Kenzie? Can you know anything on that?
If I can pull pee DNA out of pools?
If you can mark pee from a person.
I don't know if there's been a murder in the pool where they were hoping the guy also peed. I haven't seen that yet.
We don't want his blood. Let's just see if he checked to see if he peed in the pool.
That's next Tuesday's Kenzie's Crimes. That's a new edition of that. She has a murder in the pool where the guy peed while he was murdering the person. They caught him by his pee.
I'll have to chat GPT and see if it ever happened.
Yeah, there you go. There's the fact that makes your brain go. All right, coming up here, an incredible pour one out for the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away yesterday at the age of 76. Tragically, we have some audio that you've most likely never heard involving Ozzy Osbourne, all coming up in 6 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101, honoring the Prince of Darkness, who tragically passed away at the age of 76 yesterday. In sports, coming up in 10 minutes, we will play Ozzy in the 7th inning stretch. We have a lot of audio to play for you today. Pretty emotional day for me. Especially someone that, you play guitar. And we're going to talk to Billy Corrigan tomorrow at 8:20. Our friend Billy's calling up, and obviously Black Sabbath, if you hear any interview with Billy Corrigan over the years, the influence Sabbath had in creating the Pumpkins, and him, for that matter, in his musical journey, So we'll have to talk to Billy about that. We'll have him on tomorrow right around 8:20. I guess I did a proper pour one out music, though, here. Even though it's Ozzy, but, really tragic. Now, just 3 weeks ago, he played in the final concert to honor Black Sabbath, his first band. And that some way feels just magnificent and beautiful that he actually is the only person in the history of the earth that played his own funeral. He's had Parkinson's. He's had tons of health problems. People almost assumed he was going to almost die every year for the last 40 years, but he didn't. And he made it to 76. Ozzy is incredible with Black Sabbath, the first metal band of all time, and influenced every band we play here at Q101. People may be saying, how does it affect? I guarantee Robert Smith from The Cure has played Crazy Train on the guitar. Depeche Mode, everybody, Weezer, everybody has played Crazy Train. When you learn how to play guitar, it's one of the first songs I learned on the guitar, and you try to master it. And you go into Guitar Center, boy, do you know, everybody's trying to play that song all day long. But Ozzy, in the early 2000s, reinvented himself as a reality star, the Osbournes, which introduced him to millions of people who had no idea, weren't even into hard music. And one of the funniest shows ever, and Kenzie said that earlier, does not get the credit for essentially launching what the Kardashians did just a few years later and started their show, and everybody else afterward, reality shows.
And ironically, obviously, what he's known for, being totally crazy, totally insane, off the wall, hard music. Probably one of the only families ever that didn't fall apart from a reality show. I think every other family ever broke up.
And it showed the realism that he is. He's this real nice dad.
Yeah.
And he's, even though he's insane and has done the wildest things ever. We've heard the stories on Behind the Music with Motley Crue where he snorted ants with Tommy Lee. And he urinated on the Alamo, who made a statement yesterday. It was very passive aggressive. Sorry.
What did the Alamo say?
The Alamo said they were sorry he died.
Like the Alamo? Or are you is this a group? I don't know. What do you
No, this is the Alamo.
Kenzie, this is the one you have to remember.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
Yeah. The historic site, way back when Ozzy in his drunken days in 82 urinated on the Alamo. He was arrested. There's a famous mugshot of him. And then they made a statement yesterday that I feel like it was passive aggressive. They said we're really sorry. And here's this. We at the Alamo are saddened to hear the passing of legendary musician Ozzy Osbourne. His relationship with the Alamo was marked initially by being deeply disrespectful.
Sort of a complicated legacy of the Alamo.
Complicated legacy. This act profoundly and rightfully upset many that hold on to this site sacred. However, redemption and reconciliation eventually became part of his history. Because he came back, there was a History Channel show where he went back with Jack, and they learned the history of the Alamo. And he said he was sorry over and over again. He was just wasted, but they really held on to it, that it was disrespectful for quite some time. They didn't let it go, but they did yesterday, I guess.
They remember, and they make that clear. To their defense.
Yeah, almost using it for clicks to get out there. But Ozzy sold over 100 million albums. He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice with Sabbath and as a solo artist. And he's been suffering from massive health problems even since 2003. Imagine having an ATV accident, and then he was in his 50s, and he broke his collarbone, 8 ribs, neck, and he survived that. And he had to re-injure his neck in 2019, battling Parkinson's disease, diagnosed with all kinds of problems. 5 years of hell, he described it as in the last moment. But again, he was able to perform with Black Sabbath in Birmingham, the Back to Beginning show, just a few weeks ago. And every hard band, including Billy Corgan, performed. We'll have him on tomorrow at 8:20. And they raised almost $200 million for charity. I can't help but think that's magnificent, despite how upset I was yesterday and really emotional. Because if it wasn't for Ozzy, I don't know if I'd be here, to be honest. I mean, I talk about Van Halen a lot being my influence as a 12-year-old and getting into music. Blizzard of Oz was second. That was right there, or at least equal right along to it. When you see the album cover of this crazy dude holding a cross, crawling across the floor, I'm like, what's this guy's deal?
What's going on here?
And any friends that were in the more popular music, it was popular, but I mean, it was my music. It was mine. Mm-hmm. This weird, spooky. I mean, Kenzie, you would love listening to that album, how spooky it is.
I love the spookiness.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yet there was something uplifting about his spooky music, too, that really, carried through. And I just really, despite knowing it was coming, I was still shocked yesterday and really upset. Really upset. But we have some audio to play for you. And this is from a few weeks ago. This is Ozzy performing Mama, I'm Coming Home at that concert. Sounded pretty good to me. I mean, So good. He's in a throne.
God, it's the only time you can understand what he's saying. So clear, like, and it's like crystal clear there.
Yeah, really nice. Sharon Osbourne was on Billy Corgan's podcast, The Magnificent Others, talking about their relationship and what Ozzy meant to the fans, people that went to Ozfest in Tinley Park all those years.
You can't dislike him. He had the best smile in the world, the best smile. He would smile at you and, you'd just you'd want to hug him.
Yeah.
And he always remained, he still is a fan of music and other musicians. Yeah. He's a huge fan. And I think that people got the sense of him that he's very genuine when he says, I love you.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And you saw it. He would always say in concerts, we love you. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of anybody who ever said it the way he did. People will say, we love you, thank you. But he would say it through the whole night. Mm-hmm. And now, all these years later, I realize he really meant it.
Yeah, he does.
He did. He really did. He started so many careers. I saw Chevelle post something yesterday. He said if it wasn't for Ozfest, of them putting him on Ozfest for so many years, certainly propelled Chevelle's career and Disturbed as well being on Ozfest for all those years, our locals.
I talked to a lot of bands for A Case For, which is an interview series I do for Q101's YouTube channel, of bands that got their start at Ozfest, and they all basically have the same story of the festival took great care of us. It paid super well. It was some of the most fun we ever had. And not to pit one festival against the other, but if you talk to a band that did Warped Tour in their heyday, they're like, we didn't make any money. It was the hardest thing we ever did. I can't believe I survived those summers. It almost killed us. At Ozfest, it's like, no, it was the best. The Osbournes and Jack specifically, I mean, Jack helped book those festivals, those younger bands. If Jack Osbourne liked your band, you'd play Ozfest was pretty much how it worked. And it seemed like it was the best festival to be on at that time.
Of course, everybody knows the bat incident. Ozzy bit the head off a bat. Kenzie, do you know that story?
Oh, yeah. That was the bat heard around the world. I think it was right.
Well, again, I kind of think, in some people just listening now, if you're a certain age, you might not know that story unless it just came across your timeline somehow. So here's Ozzy on David Letterman in 1982 on why he bit the head off of a bat.
What actually happened was I get a lot of weird people at my concerts, it's kind of rock and roll, Somebody threw a bat on stage, and I thought it was one of these toy bats. So I picked it up, bite the thing's head off, and suddenly everybody's freaking out because it's a real bat. Because, on the stage set, the bat goes, asleep when the lights go on it. So.
Uh-huh. So it was, for all practical purposes, a toy bat.
Yeah, but I can assure you the rabies shots that I went through afterwards aren't fun.
No, they're painful, I understand.
Very painful.
Now, did you know immediately, not having bitten into...
Well, I've eaten some pretty rough chicken on the road,
It reminds you how good Letterman was, man.
I know. I had that same thought watching that clip. I was like, I didn't miss him.
So good. Kenzie, to bring up some of the Osbournes, which I know you love that show to death.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
This is when Ozzy tried... Remember the breath strips that were like paper you put on a tongue and they melted?
Yes.
So Sharon gave him one of those to try.
Yeah, Ozzy did not handle it well.
This is what was so endearing about Ozzy, that he's all this worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and then he does this, and he's just a dude.
And by the way, The Osbournes is now streaming on Tubi and Amazon Prime if you have either of those services, so you can rewatch all of that stuff today.
Show.
Here's a clip from The Osbournes.
Taste this.
No, I don't want to taste it.
Yes, you do.
What is it?
Taste it.
What is it? Cyanide?
No, taste it. It's gum. It's a new gum.
You're winding me up.
No, taste it.
It's a f***ing stamp. Nothing there.
Do you like it?
Crap, it disappeared.
It's just meant to freshen your mouth.
It's not gum, then you lied to me.
Well, I wanted you to try it.
It's horrible.
I don't like it.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Oh, man. We're going to be playing clips all morning, and we got the Ozzy 7th inning stretch, the notorious famous one, the most famous of all time from Wrigley Field in sports coming up. But before we go, I want to play one more clip. When Ozzy was on South Park, it was Chef Aid in South Park, and I think you know what happens in South Park, that, oh my God, he killed Kenny. Well, here's the end of what happened in this scene.
And now here he is, TV's Ozzy Osbourne!
We're all here to help our good friend Chef, who has touched our lives in the past. I remember when I was just starting out, Chef suggested I buy a pompadour hat. I thought he said, bite the head off a bat. So I did. And the rest? Oh, it's just history. Now let's go crazy! Ain't nowhere to run! Because I've been running this.
And he picks up Kenny, of course.
Come on!
Oh my God! Ozzy Osbourne bit Kenny's head off! You bastard!
All right, we'll be honoring the Prince of Darkness. Very sad day as Ozzy Osbourne, dead at the age of 76, passed away yesterday, including the seventh inning stretch at Wrigley Field when Ozzy and Sharon did it. Coming up, and more on the Cubs and White Sox after Allison Chains. Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.